People have always accused me of making films about my own life, but that is the closest source of inspiration you have.
We found a few small spots on your liver. Nothing serious, but we would like you to stay in overnight.
In the middle of my life, when everything was flying, suddenly a knife cut me right in half and say, finished, it's over, done with. I've always believed that life is not merely for living, but what you do with that life. What else do you have but your own life? Sometimes people regard it as a large sin to actually make it too personal. It's too close to the bone, they say. It's not like that at all. I think if I didn't use this, it would be very silly. After all, it is such a mixture of dreams and hallucinations and memories and pains from the past. And film can unravel that, and film can play with it. The first time I went to the Austin, our number came up and we went in there. It was Paul Gow, who was a very sweet man. And he had studied the case a little bit, and he did what the doctor in the film does.
It's likely to last about.
And how long do you think Robert has to live?
Trust her to ask a thing like that.
It's a really hard question. We don't know exactly, but I'll say roughly about 6 months.
And then the nightmare unfolded. With the chemotherapy I had, made me very sick.
Some rest. No patient, no.
After the chemo, they put me on the transplant list. You have to bring your family when it happens.
Can you come in, please?
It's such a strange experience that I couldn't even tune in. I couldn't listen.
It's very good that you brought the family, Robert.
It's also in the film, David is not listening when this happens.
Don't know what he's saying. Can't hear him.
However, in this case...
Why is Hannah sitting in the middle?
Good.
I want to sit next to Poppy.
Because...
Oh, it's too late, too late.
And in this case, it is good news. That is to say, you've been activated. We've put you on the transplant list. So congratulations.
As Christmas approached and we had our last supper, it was a very strange evening because I could feel there was a wall, an invisible wall surrounding me. So we had Christmas dinner, and I remember Usher said, have a bit more pudding, and I had some extra pudding because he had made that pudding especially for me. I knew I was very close to death. I was also very close to life. Because at that very moment, at 22:12, the phone rings.
Merry Christmas to you too. Who is this?
And I thought it's some mad woman I must have known somewhere. Rings me at this hour of the night. I said, who are you? And said, this is Julie from the Austin Hospital, and we think we have the right liver for you. Can you please come?
Thank you.
There was enormous elation around me, and I felt nothing but deep, dark grief for this young man who had died on Christmas Day.
Robert?
I've also come to realize now that you cannot possibly slip out of this life and have any disconnections. So if you have hatreds left or whatever, it affects your journey into space. Everything has to be forgiven, and then you realize that all the priorities of the world we have created are so terribly wrong.